Hello everyone and welcome back to Rufio's Film Room. Today we're going to be looking at the Giants game and a few things that didn't go so well, starting with the running game. So here we have a Giants run. This is going to be a run, and they're scheming our run fits here. And this is something that we saw the Texans and 49ers do last year really well and help them rack up a lot of rushing yards against us. But basically, the Giants here are looking at the way our linebackers react to their personnel, the way our linebackers react to the beginning of their running plays, and they're calling plays based off of that to catch our linebackers out of position. So if we look at this box here from the end zone angle, Giants have 6 blockers. They have 5 linemen, 1 fullback here. We have, it looks like, 8 players in the box. We have our 4 down. We have 2 linebackers in our nickel personnel. I believe this is our slot corner off to the side here. And Usama Young here is sort of walking up in and out of the box. We're trying to make the Giants not sure of the coverage that we're playing. This is something that we did a lot against the Giants that we haven't done in the past, which is to show a single high safety look and then try to bail out at the snap and play a 2-deep zone. So we do like to play a lot of 2-deep zone. You'll see Young here sort of bailing out at or just before the snap to try to influence Eli Manning into thinking we're playing a different coverage. So, you know, Manning's smart. You can't show him what you're going to do or he'll rip you apart. We had to try and show him one thing and then play another. So if you look at the Giants here, what they're going to be doing is split back action. So as I roll the tape forward here a little bit, we can see Young bail out. Our nickel corner goes over the guy in the slot. And on the snap of the ball, we see both backs start flowing to the left here, to offense's left. That's going to influence our linebackers. This is Robertson over here. This is DeQuell Jackson over here. We have a little bit of a stunt on between our defensive linemen. You'll see him switch as I roll this forward. See our D tackles here, Wynn and Rubin, are running a stunt, so they sort of switch over. But basically, Wynn and Rubin are responsible for this gap here between the center and guard and the other A gap on the other side of the formation between center and guard. I believe this is Emmanuel Stevens out here. He's going to stunt inside, be responsible for this B gap here. And then we have Jaquay Parker on the outside. He's responsible outside here for this C gap. So looking back at our linebackers now, if you watch them off the snap, they are heavily influenced by the lead block of that fullback right there. And as I roll this forward, most of the time on these lead block plays, our linebackers are going to have gaps that they're responsible for, and the fullback is going to sort of create a new gap. So that's one reason a fullback can be a weapon in the running game. He's a mobile gap that you can put anywhere on the line. Here the Giants run him out on the left side. We have Jackson with sort of outside-in leverage here, and then Robertson with inside-out leverage on this fullback, and they're really keying that fullback as to where to fit in to our defensive front against the run. So that would be this gap here and this gap here. Well, the Giants, they know this. They've watched film, they've studied us in the beginning part of this game, and so they send Bradshaw actually on counter action. They send him away from the fullback. And as you can see here, Robertson runs himself out of the play based on that influence of the fullback. And I'm going to wind that back real quick. So again, we're seeing Young bailing out at the snap. He bails out. Fullback leads left. And here Robertson runs himself out of the play. He should be in this space over here, staying at home, waiting for that run to develop. Instead, he commits too aggressively to the left because of the fullback. He's influenced by the fullback. And while Jaquay Parker does a nice job to defeat his block and almost come inside here and make a play that he shouldn't be able to make, that gap is wide open, and Bradshaw is able to run through it, run through Young, and get the Giants a first down. So this is something I saw throughout the game that was really hurting our run defense, and that was just a great job, a credit to the Giants coaching staff of being able to scheme effectively to run our linebackers out of the play and get them to fit into our front in ways that, expected ways, in ways that they knew they were going to be able to get yards and block these plays up for 7 or 8 yards.